Shoes, shoes, shoes. Okay, guys, guess what we're drawing? Shoes. So you're going to design your own shoe wear in this lesson. You can go online, you can see all examples of shoes. You probably go in your closet and you can see all kinds of shoes. So what you're going to do is you're going to design your own shoe and make your own shoe label. Now, shoes are pretty easy to draw. So you can go on, like I said, you can go on Google and you can punch up shoe outlines and you can see outline drawings and you can probably just trace over the top of them and then you can just embellish them with your own color and designs. So I did a few quick ones. I did some on copy paper and I did some on newspaper. This is one newsprint. Drew right over Tom Brady. Okay, Tom Brady, thank you so much for the Super Bowl rings. Now get out of New England. All right, and now we have, maybe you can make a high heel shoe. Okay, so you can do your own thing as far as a high heel and then add a background. I also drew you can see it kind of looks like a flip-flop. It's kind of like an alligator flip-flop. You can make your eyes on there if you wanted to. Again, you can make this any way you want to. So you're going to make a shoe. So I'm going to draw a quick shoe with you, and then you can make your own, and then you can send me your pictures or your images of what you made, and then we can share and talk about it, and I can give you some ideas or some critique about what you made. Okay, so during any time in the video that you want to pause it, because I'm drawing too fast, which I tend to draw fast, so this way you can draw at your own speed. And again, feel free to watch the whole video first so that you know what's going to happen, so you can plan ahead, get your colors ready and everything that you need to use. Now the colors that you can use are anything you have available. I'm going to use crayons because they're available and it's an easy cleanup, and I'm going to use markers because again it's an easy cleanup, and some pencils. So use whatever you have to draw with and let's do it together. Okay, so get your stuff and let's go. So put on some music if you want to, especially the second time after you've watched the video, then you can draw along with some music. So I did a flip-flop, I did a high heel, and I did a sports shoe, kind of like a basketball shoe. So let's do a boot. Okay, I'm thinking about an all-terrain boot. I like boots. I'm not a big sneaker wearer, so I tend to like boots because I like to work out in the yard. So I'm going to draw me a boot, an all-terrain boot. So it's going to be kind of a cartoon boot, so it doesn't have to be a realistic. If you want to draw a realistic boot, you can. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with a horizontal line. This is where everything is going to build off of. I'm going to make my sole down here, and then I'll make my toe, and then a long, tall, skinny boot that comes up almost to like my calf. All right, I'm not going to wear snake boots. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and make a line, a horizontal and a vertical line. Looks like a letter L. Make an L. Now I'm going to make the top where your foot goes in. I'm going to make another horizontal line, but I'm going to make a little bit of a belly. Not too much because, all right, just a little bit of a curve like that. Okay, now it's going to come down and here. Someplace in here. But before I come down to there, I'm going to make the toe of my boot. So I'm going to make a backwards letter C. I told you I was going to make a cartoon boot. So there you go. A regular boot would probably come up in this way, but I'm going to make a cartoon boot. You can make any kind that you want. Now I'm going to come down and connect these two. And just like that, there's my boot. Now let's do some tread. All right, I want some all-terrain tread for my boot. So I'm going to put a big heel. So I'm going to make a big heel. All right, and then I'm going to make a part there. I haven't made the tread yet, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to put some something like that. Okay, and then the same thing on the bottom. That looks pretty aggressive. Should take me where I want to go. Okay, now because sometimes I may need a little spring in my step because I'm kind of tired from working, maybe I'll make some springs in here. Yeah, I'm just being silly. High impact boots. Okay, so we have that. Let's make some padding at the top. So I'm going to make kind of a hot dog. Now I said a cartoon, so I'm going to make a mouth over here. So I'm going to make a smiley face. So it's going to start over here. Okay, and then I'll put a curve. And then I'm going to make half like that. Okay, so you can see it's kind of like a triangle, but curved. Then I'm going to make an M. So I'll make a small, tiny little tongue sticking out of the boot. There's a U. And that's going to close up like that. Maybe I'm going to make some small, tiny little ends going across. And then we'll give them some teeth. Looks pretty silly. And let's give them a couple little bottom teeth over here. Now where the tongue comes in the middle of the M here, I'm just going to drag that down a little bit like that. Okay, and then because I have my Sharpie, you could use crayon if you don't want to use your marker. Now in my teeth, just to make them look a little cragglier, I'm going to make some V's in them. So it looks like they're a little bit not so good. Really eating up some terrain. It's kind of a goofy boot. Make a little V in that one. Again, you can do whatever you want with your drawing. Maybe you want to make a monster boot or whatever. So I'm going to put some stitching going across. And I think I'm going to give him some nose holes over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and give him a little snout. And then a little end. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and make some laces. And then I'm going to put a C at the end like that. I think I'm going to put an eye right here, big eye. Okay, and then I'm going to put another part of the eye over here, not the whole thing, just a piece of it. Okay, need something to pull the boot up, so I'm going to put a boot loop. So it's easy to get on. Put some little flick lines here just to give it some texture. A little texture helps out. I'm going to do some stitching in the back. Okay, looking pretty good. I don't know what over here. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll do my logo later, but I think I'm going to do some eyelids, some little curved lines, and because it's going to be a silly boot, an oval there, and maybe an oval up here, a couple little white spots, circles, small little circles. Let's give him some eyebrows. Okay. Kind of funny, the tongue sticking out of the toe of the boot. Let's do something over here. Let's make like a logo. Let's see something really simple. So I guess it's my boot. So this is the S Manufacturing Company. Just making some kind of letter. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time with that. I don't want it to be too important. I want my boot to be more important. So I'm just making the design. Okay, So there you go. Now we can color it. Sitting on the ground. Let's add some more interest to it. Okay. So you can use any color, any kind of color you want. I think, well, it's a brute, so I think I'm gonna add some browns. Now I'm coloring fast. You can go a lot slower. And this is a good time to fast forward if you've seen it already. So you have your sketch. This way you can go ahead and start coloring. So I laid in some general color with a light tan. Kind of looks like leather. And then I'm going to go in with another color and lay in another color over the top of it. Some like yellow or goldenrod over the top of it. Layering color again. And I'm going to use that same color to do that part there. Maybe my nostrils. My laces. Maybe a darker brown. Well, I'm using that darker brown. I'm going to use it for my eyelids. I'm using the, you see my pointy ends pointing up. I'm using the bottom end now. I'm just going to try to create a little more texture in my boot just so it looks a little bit more interesting and just instead of one color. Excuse me. Okay, for the gums, I'm going to color them pink. Going to put some pink in my tongue when I go to the direction of my tongue. I'm not coloring all, I want to keep some of that white in there. Get red. Going in the direction of the tongue, up this way, not side to side. That helps. Okay, I'm going to put some of that red in the gums too. Again, mixing colors. I think the teeth need to be yellow, honestly. I just think they need to be yellow. So, because it's a small little thing, I'm just going to grab a yellow colored pencil. You could use a crayon if you want to. And then, for the bottom of the boot, I'm just going to take in, put something that in the spring-loaded area. And then I'm going to come over here, some brown. This is actually this is a red. Adding some texture, up and down. Not worried about coloring the whole thing. Some wiggly lines. Okay, in the bottom part, I think I'm going to use black. I'm going to use the fat part of my marker. I'm going to do some pull down strokes. Little flick strokes. Okay. Because it's on turf, I'll just put some green down the bottom. Again, I don't want to detract from my boot. I think he's kind of a handsome boot, so I'm going to give him some blue eyes around the pupil. Again, you don't have to draw a boot. You can draw a high heel. You can draw whatever kind of shoe you want. But embellish it, make it your own. I don't know, would you wear those kind of boots? Maybe, maybe not. Tongue boots. Made in the mountains of Henniker, the hills of Henniker. Okay, so be creative. Make your own shoe. Have fun with it. When you get your drawings done, you can send them to me at the school website. Just click on my name and then you can share them with me and I'll tell you how awesome they are and then we can do some more. So if you have any questions, comments, please send them my way And I hope you're all being safe, helpful, and kind. And we'll see you in a little bit. Enjoy your time with your family. Take care, guys.